Okay, what is up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about IQ and why I just think the whole idea of IQ points is absurd. Um, like people like Stefan Molyneux, like if they're talking along the lines of race, they'll say stuff like, "Oh well, these people have lower IQ and we are importing these people in, and Europeans have higher IQ." But even Stephen Hawking, rest in peace the man, said this very quote here: "People who brag about their IQ are losers." And the reason I don't believe in IQ is, how does one measure intelligence? It may be the most accurate way for now, but how does one measure intelligence? Makes no sense to me. For example, it depends on the economy. Like I know some engineers who work in a cafe but can't pursue engineering because there's no engineering job. So it depends on the economy. And what type of intelligence are you on about here? Are you on about universal overall intelligence? Because obviously somebody who's an engineer isn't going to know anything about biology. Somebody who's a biologist isn't going to know anything about law. Somebody who's a lawyer isn't going to know much about fitness. And somebody who does fitness isn't going to know much about physics. So how does one accurately measure IQ? So IQ, it's a bragging right for some, but does IQ really measure intelligence? I'm going to say no. Believing in an IQ test is like believing in lie detectors. Remember, people used to believe in lie detectors and they've been proven false. Just because it's scientific or sounds it, doesn't mean it's real. An IQ test is like any other test. If you study it, a similar amount of questions, you can train yourself to get a high Q. That's right, if you just condition yourself and revise questions similar to what would come up in an IQ test or do the puzzles or whatnot, you can condition yourself to have a high IQ anyway, even though naturally you don't, but just because you artificially trained yourself for it. It's like an exam. It's just mirror memory, that's all it is. It's like those those like educational computer games that claim to make you more intelligent, but in reality they just train you up for the questions in the game. Also, a lot of people use this correlation between IQ and the races to justify why other people are superior and to others and why others are inferior. You know, the Europeans have higher IQ, you know. Well, the Africans, they have lower IQ, and the Muslim refugees, they have lower IQ. But like I said, I think I'm gonna listen to Stephen Hawking more than I'm gonna listen to Stefan Molyneux. So, because fair enough, there are a lot of different results in different countries. I know IQ is a thing. How do I not know this is just a thing invented by white Westerners to make themselves feel superior to others? Because in reality, what matters to determine intelligence is the phenotype-genotype phenomenon. You might not have had intelligent parents, but say you were adopted into an upper-class suburb, and therefore, although you have restrictions in intellect, you're in an environment where you could prosper. So you can put your innovation into good use, even though you might not be smart, but because you're in an economically well-off country, you can thrive better. So of course when you do an IQ test from many countries, development is going to play a factor of the country's economy. Because the smart ones leave to thrive in the other. And now, with immigration, yeah, the smart ones do leave, and because they know it's bad, and they leave around the ones who aren't good, and also immigration has a lot to play about as well. So people say, so if you're smart but your economy isn't doing well, and if you're smart you know to leave, so it has nothing to do with race, more to do with development and immigrating to more developed places. However, back to society and also what happens if you're really smart but then you take this intelligence test while you're drunk? Let's see you're Albert Einstein and then you take the IQ test while you're drunk. Does that mean Albert Einstein's an idiot? No, it's just he did it in a state of mind that he wouldn't have been mentally prepared to do it in, same as a driving test or whatnot. So, however, let's talk a bit about society models now. I believe the nicer the society we are, the better the individuals we become, because we evolve in our surrounding environment. Time and culture is not shaped and defined by it. So we have a society filled with muggings, rapes, murder. We of course are going to put a mental block of toughness as immunity for survival, and that's why crime-ridden places never improve, because the people have already become wrecked by it. That's why you can't just simply build up after a generation who have suffered trauma and have to be scrapped. So, for example, in Syria there's been so much destruction. There might be intelligent people there, but because of these people have been so emotionally traumatized and have PTSD or whatnot, they aren't going to be able to rebuild their countries because political factors have come to play within their own individual intelligence. There is a saying, in order to create a golden age for protection, a generation does have to be sacrificed. However, I believe if we're a nicer society, we would evolve accordingly. Now, some people are just born bad apples and you can't help them. However, I do believe most people partake in crime due to other reasons, either for revenge, drugs, or not having parent figures, or poverty. Because guess what, most people are nice people and only commit crimes if they're in a scenario that will force them to commit crimes. However, like I said, with the exception, there are just evil people out there, but 99% of the time most people commit crimes because they have to or something, because everyone does believe they're doing something for the common good. That's why I encourage people to be open-minded, so they don't just view things as simpleton boxes of good and evil. There's a lot more nuance to it than that. You have to understand both logic as well as emotion. Picking logic with no passion just makes you an arrogant hipster. Having all emotions and no logic makes you into a social justice warrior. So yeah, I hope you can grab the grips to what I'm trying to say here. So it's because I'm going to start talking a lot about race, and a lot of white people just use the whole IQ thing to stop them getting into an argument. I know I use the word low IQ, but I just sort of do that to refer to somebody who's stupid. I don't actually think the IQ test is a reliable test is reliable in measuring intelligence. Like Stephen Hawking said, people who brag about their IQ are losers. So, tell me your thoughts. Tell me how you would measure intelligence. So I just thought that was a bit weird to me. So, but we're almost halfway through. I only did that because I'm going to start talking about race and gender now. Because I'm done talking about religion, so I'm going to move on to those topics. So yeah, peace.